フルカウンター
Alright lads, welcome back to a Rank Cross video. We have a new vote banner. We're now able to vote for the next anniversary banner. However, it has been severely nerfed to what we were expecting, and what was meant to be probably the best banner we're ever going to get in Grand Cross has now been nerfed. Not once, but twice. So, for what do I mean? Well, firstly, you can't vote for the fillers. There's no way for you to vote for the Ragnarok characters, the seasonals, you know, the other OG characters. The seasonals, the best rare characters in the game. You can't vote for them, which is a good and bad thing, because that means you can no longer vote for Green Escanor. So if Green Escanor and Demon Meliodas aren't on the banner, then massive W, but there's a very good chance there's going to be some really bad characters, because I doubt Netmarble themselves are going to put 15 good characters that we all want and we all would vote for. They're going to put some trash in there too. So we have to wait and see when the actual anniversary banner comes out in 1 week's time, if it was actually worth it, and if Netmarble are going to bless us. But I doubt it, because, well, we can vote for festivals, but once again, we can't vote for Purgatory Meliodas. Now, I said about yesterday's video, and if you watch my last few videos now, I talked about it, and that is the fact that Purgatory Meliodas likely won't be coming for this anniversary, although it does make sense, because obviously last year, we were able to vote for Traitor Meliodas, who was in the exact same spot as Purgatory Meliodas. I figured that this year, they were going to do it. And why is that? Well, it's simple, because Purgatory Meliodas and also Ultimate Escanor on the same banner is way too much value. I just don't see it happening, and I was sadly right. So this is the banner lineup and who you can vote for right now. We're going to break it down who you should be voting for. And yes, Escanor, you shouldn't be voting for, because once again, everyone's going to be voting for him. So don't vote for Escanor, vote for a character you actually want to get in the banner. But you can vote for Ultimate Escanor, Assault Mode Esterosa, Infinity Merlin, Light Elizabeth. You can then vote for Margaret, Diane, Traitor Meliodas, Green Festival, Zeldris, who is but basically free, so we should be voting for him. King Gofar, Barn, Cusack, you always figure he's a festival. Lonely Merlin, Assault Mode Meliodas, the one Escanor, obviously Small Wing King, Goddess Elizabeth, and also Lost Fame Meliodas. Not the best lineup, right? Because once again, we want to have Trick Melly. Obviously, Mayel isn't there because he was the most recent festival. So, if anything, we all expected Mayel not to be in the banner. But I think for Purg Melly, it's a little bit of a shock for some people. Honestly, my expectations were already so low, so I'm not really too surprised too much here. But yeah, who should you be voting for? Now, obviously, Ultimate Escanor is by far the best character to vote for, because it's Ultimate Escanor. He is by far the rarest character. Alright, so we've made an actual tier list here of who to vote for. These are by far the easiest votes to pick for. So obviously Ultimate Escanor is number one. It is Ultimate Escanor. He is by far one of the best characters right now in the game, but also hasn't returned yet, so he's by far a must pick here. But realistically, he should be out of the list, because you shouldn't be voting for him, because everyone's going to vote for him, so there's no point wasting votes on him, because you know for a fact he's going to be number one. Next is obviously Traitor Meliodas, since he is still a dark type character, still an exclusive character, still obviously a rare character. You still want to vote for him, and he should be obviously top 3. Listen boys, I mean, I know he's not usable in PvP content, but the guy is still probably one of the best characters, and if not my most used character in PvE. Whenever you want to go towards clearing a boss, you always whap him on an actual Amplified team. You always use him in the multi-beat battles. He is by far still the best character, so I am hoping he is obviously on the banner. He should be in the banner, by the way. Obviously, it's Traitor Meliodas. Unfortunately, people may get confused with actual Purg Meliodas, so you may actually have more votes than Escanor, because people are kind of stupid sometimes. But then obviously, Light Elizabeth, although she's not that usable right now, if anything, she's not, you hardly even use the character, right? If anything, you want to use the OG Goddess Elizabeth, but she is rumored to be getting a relic sometime soon, so she may actually be PvP meta. But also as well, she's still a light character. We still can't downplay the fact that she is a grand festival, and these don't always return in banners. I mean, although Mayel is definitely probably better and more used right now than Elizabeth, you can actually just buy him in a coin shop, where Elizabeth you still cannot buy her. So whenever you take an actual light coin, even though we can't trade up just yet to buy light characters or dark characters, she is still a character you still want to get. So I think I might vote for her, just because I feel like she might not be in the banner, because no one cares too much about her, but I think she should be alright. And at the bottom, Esterosa, probably by far the best festival character in the game right now. Best festival that isn't obviously a grand festival. But yeah, I mean, by far Demon's best team in the game right now. You want to vote for him just for that reason alone. But also, if you play Guild Wars or Guild Boss, he has a team where he wants to have like 1,000,000 damage. So you want to have the guy 6/6 here. So yeah, although you don't use Demons, you may want to get the guy duped out just for the future of the game. You definitely get him duped out, because ultimate and the nukes you can do with him are definitely kind of insane. So make sure to vote for him. And in the fifth team, or the fifth character you can vote for is kind of debatable. If anything, Diane should be it too, but like not really. If you really want to, Diane would by far be probably the next best choice here. But yeah, the reason why Merlin's here is because she's by far still probably the second or third best PvP team, depending how you look at it. But obviously, you want to have club characters, so a little bit exclusive. But people want to get duped out. You know, there's still a future where unknowns could be usable in the future where they're not needed for collabs. Let's say Gelder, for example, you go for. So she probably towards the end, I guess. Diane and King, once again, them just being a duo for PvE content is obviously just too powerful. King is being used in most of the multiplayer battles where you kind of cheese it. Same for Diane as well. I mean, these two are by far just best picks for PvE, where Merlin is somewhat still a rare character, has only returned twice, I believe, and is not that many people have her. So personally myself, I think I'm going to be voting for obviously Merlin because I want more Merlin dupes. I need her for my unknown team. But I think for a lot of people, King may be the go-to choice here, just because I think I've had a lot of comments recently where people don't actually have King or don't have King dupes for him, and you want to get him duped out for obviously Guild Boss, you want to get him out for the multi-P battle, and maybe in the future we get a fairer team, then he can be usable, right? Diane can be thrown into any PvP team, but I feel like most people already have a duped out. I mean, I have a 4-6, 5-6. Up to you lot, to be fair. I think personally it's between these lot. So who should you vote for? I mean, the first four I think are almost guaranteed. So if anything, you lot right now watching should be voting for these three. Or maybe go for the festival one, but like, not really. Bear in mind, you can just buy these in the coin shop. There is a new starter banner that is going to be able to guarantee yourself 2 festivals. Then those will be 2 festival dupe coins. And if you obviously have Margaret or obviously Lottie Merlin, then you can spend 150 gems to get another copy of those, which would then guarantee yourself 3 festival dupes. Then you can buy anyone on screen now, obviously apart from the grand festival. So you can just buy one of these 4 characters basically. But yeah, boys, let's talk about Purg Meliodas. So why didn't he return? Like I said already, the value is kind of already too high to get Ultimate Escanor and Purg Meliodas, most likely the new broken festival character. And this is the reason why I think he didn't return. One, that reason I just mentioned already. But if you look at Meliodas banner specialized in goddesses, because mainly PvP, right? You want to use full goddesses. And we saw Light Elizabeth, we saw obviously Goddess Elizabeth, I think on the banner. But basically the thing you take away is that almost every single goddess was on that banner. Now moving on to obviously this year, and we got Ultimate Escanor return. And we are theorizing that Sacred Treasure Bond, with the fact that we got Rudius and the timeline of what should be coming now. Sacred Treasure Bond should be the actual anniversary character, and he may be a human buffer or Sacred Treasure buffer or some sort of sim buffer. And at that point, you definitely want to have Ultimate Escanor on his team. So it makes sense on the banner to get obviously Ultimate Escanor and obviously Sacred Treasure Bond. I mean, granted, it would have been nice to get obviously Purg Meliodas on the banner too, but we do know most likely as well that in 2 months time for the July festival or the August festival, we will be getting obviously probably a new demon, and that is when Purg Meliodas should be on the banner. So if you think about it, Purg Meliodas being on this banner now and it being on the next banner, you know, it's most likely not going to happen, right? Because they're probably not going to repeat 2 festivals, and at that point, Mael might be in the banner. So, you know, it's very tricky for what Nebel has done now. The fact that you've done too many grand festivals, there's too many of them that need to return. But I do feel like in July or August, we're going to get a new demon character, and he's most likely going to be the new best demon character. At that point, you want to have Purg Meliodas on the banner because Purg Meliodas needs to be on the demon team, so you want to get duped for him. So I think if you are a demon main and you care more about demons, then this anniversary may not be for you, which is a shame, right? Because we're mostly going to be getting obviously mostly humans, but obviously Escanor's still a PvE god, so you still want to get him duped out, which is a bit of a tricky situation. But I do feel that's why we didn't get Purg Meliodas, because we're going to get a new demon in July. So if anything, it kind of confirms that we are going to be getting a demon, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. So boys, thank you for watching. Let me know who you lot are voting for, and also what are your recommendations. Once again, my personal opinion is obviously the Festival Merlin, but that's because I use unknown teams. But if not, I'd probably vote for Diane, because I want to get a duped out a little bit, but maybe King as well, because I have 6-6. I don't know. Let me know what you're voting for. But yeah, let's see what the banner actually turns out to be, because like I said, the actual fact that we can't vote for the standard SSRs is probably telling me that we might be getting a Fever banner. Could be stretching it. I know it's been 2 years since we've gotten it, but if they put the standard SSRs on the festival banner, then it likely means the seasonals could be in the Fever. So that's why we can't vote for both of them, because we're going to get both of them. So we have to wait and see what happens. So boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.